Hello, we are psychopedagogy students, and today we're going to talk about common myths in gifted children. Most of the time, we mistakenly believe that gifted children have a characteristics only by demonstrating the potential that they have in a clear way. But sometimes, we can find children who don't necessarily show the simplest characteristics that we believe as simply having good grades. Firstly, I want to share a definition of giftedness. Giftedness is a high state of human cognition whose origin is a distinctive and cognitional, biological, and interior configuration, characterized by a diverse brain organization of the prefrontal cortex and its executive functions that are expressed in the form of emotional, psychological, cognitive, and sensitive. Next, we're going to name the list of the most common myths that people believe. So, the first one is gifted students don't need help, they will do fine on their own. Gifted students need awareness from well-trained teachers who challenge and support them in order to fully develop their abilities. Many gifted students may be so far ahead on their same age peers that they know more on the half of the grade level curriculum before the school year begins. The role of the teacher is crucial for spotting talent in school. When we talk about high intellectual capacity, we are referring to a series of characteristics that imply, among others, an IQ greater than 130 points and intellectual performance. Above average and high motivation towards learning, as well as the presence of diverting thinking or great creativity and imagination. As we know, schools are focused on the development of children. This implies that teachers have to help them in any area. They need an intellectual challenge, state motivated social and emotional orientation. We must keep in mind that they are children who excel in various aspects, so yes, they need to be guided as well.
Teachers challenge all the students so gifted kids will be fine in the regular classroom. Although teachers try to challenge all students, they are frequently unfamiliar with the needs of gifted children and do not know how to best serve them in the classroom. A national study conducted by the Fordham Institute found that 58% of teachers have received no professional development focused on teaching academically advanced students in the past few years. What's more, 73% of teachers agreed with this statement. Too often, the biggest students are bored and unchanged in school. We're not giving them sufficient attention to thrive. This report confirmed that many families have known. Not all teachers are able to reorganize and supporting gifted learners. Gifted students make everyone else in the class smarter by providing a role model or a challenge. Average or below average students do not look to gifted students in class as role models. Watching or relying on someone who is expected to succeed does little to increase a struggling student's sense of self-confidence. Similar gifted students benefit to classroom interactions with peers at similar performance level and become bored, frustrated, and unmotivated. When placed on classroom with low or average ability students.
Now we're going to talk about of the myth number 4. This myth is called all children are gifted. It is certainly true that all children have strengths and positive attributes, but not all children are gifted in the educational sense of the word. It is important to remark this part because there may be parents or teachers who thought to highlight any activity think they are gifted. The label of gifted in a school context means that compared to other children of your age or grade, they have a more advanced ability to learn and apply what they learn in several areas of their life. This advanced capacity requires modification to the regular curriculum to ensure that these children are challenged and learn new material. It is very easy to stop being interested in the gifted child because we think that he already knows everything and doesn't need new challenge. That is why we must return to this area to be sure that the child advances more and more. Also, we have to know they have a wide range of abilities and interests, as well as social and cultural backgrounds. The myth acceleration placement options are socially harmful for gifted students. The truth of this myth is academically gifted students often feel bored or out of place with their age peers and naturally gravitate towards older students who are more similar as intellectual peers. Studies have shown that many students are happier with older students who share their interests and they are with the children the same age. Therefore, acceleration placement options such as early entrance to kindergarten, grade skipping, or early exit should be considered for this student. Moving to another myth, we will talk about one that is a little more common than all in a certain sense, and it is gifted education programs are elitist. Gifted education is not about status, it is about meeting student needs. Gifted learners are found in all cultures, ethnic backgrounds, and socio-economic groups. However, many of these students are denied the opportunity to maximize their potential because of the ways in which programs and services are funded and or flattered identification practices. For example, reliance on a single test score for gifted education services may exclude the selection of students with different cultural experience and opportunities. Additionally, with no federal money and few states providing an adequate funding stream, most gifted education programs and services are depend solely on local funds and parent demand. This means that in spite of need, higher income school districts are often the only ones able to provide services given the appearance of elitism.
The student can be gifted, he is receiving poor grades. Unachievement describes a discrepancy between a student's performance and his actual ability. The roots of his problem differ based on each child's experience. Gifted students may become bored or frustrated in an unchallenging classroom situation, causing them to lose interest, learn bad study habits, or distrust the school environment. Other students may mask their ability to try to fit in socially with their same age peers. Still, others may have a learning disability that masks their giftedness. No matter the cause, it is imperative that a caring and proactive adult help gifted learners break the cycle of unachievement. in order to achieve their full potential. Gifted students are happy, popular, and well adjusted in school. Many gifted students flourish in their communities and school environments. However, some gifted children differ in terms of their emotional and moral intensity, sensitivity to expectations and feeling, perfectionism, and deep concerns about social problems. Others do not share interests with their classmates, resulting in isolation or being labeled unfavorably as nerds. Because of these difficulties, the school experience is one of to be endured rather than celebrated.
Well, as we could understand, then there are many myths about students with high abilities. However, achieving the educational integration of all students is basic objective, and fortunately, it seems that is being achieved. It is necessary to implement an educational system that takes into account the possibilities and circumstances of each student, not only to the average population, but also to subjects with deficit or giftedness. Inclusive school allows the child to develop in an inclusive environment. We have to understand that high capacities are not elitist and affect all socioeconomic classes and nationalities. We hope you like today's podcast. We will listen to the next week. Thank you for visiting your web's page. Until next time. Bye bye.